The X-36 was a technology demonstrator, and only two of the rather bizarre-looking planes were ever built. They were subscale prototypes and were only 28% of their total intended size. For maneuvering, the X-36 relied on split ailerons and an advanced thrust vectoring nozzles for directional control and forward-mounted can-rod control surfaces. According to a NASA webpage on the X-36, the two prototypes handled exceptionally well, thanks to fly-by-wire system that compensated for the plane's inherently unstable flight characteristics. The design was initially drawn up in 1993, thanks to improving fly-by-wire technologies that reached a mature enough stage by the late 1980s to make the project feasible. Prototype fabrication began in the mid-1990s. Since the planes were only small-scale models, they didn't carry a pilot. They were remotely piloted by a ground-based controller who sat in a cockpit simulator. The pilot had an out-the-window view from a camera in the aircraft, complete with the head-up display, according to Boeing. The X-36 program's first flight was in 1997, and several dozen flights were successfully conducted. With a full load of fuel, the X-36 weighed approximately 567 kg. Both prototypes were powered by a small jet engine that provided a modest but adequate 700 pounds of thrust. According to NASA, a typical research flight lasts approximately 35 to 45 minutes from takeoff to touchdown. Later, Boeing announced the small X-36 was really cheap. The combined cost for developing, fabricating, and flight testing the X-36 is about $20 million, which is less than one-tenth the cost of developing and testing a full-scale manned aircraft. Somewhat inexplicably, the advanced fighter design was not pursued, despite the overwhelmingly positive test results. Part of these may be due to the cost associated with building a full-scale prototype, which would be significantly more expensive than a subscale model.